Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 easy plants that I think are great for anyone who's starting out on their little houseplant journey, turn their home into a jungle. I've just redecorated, so I've got some new chairs instead of my sofas. If you see my past sort of like tours, then you'll see what I'm talking about. They were big and this space was just too small for them sofas, so I've got these lovely leather chairs which are a bargain. I got them for £150 from a charity shop, would you believe? My first one has to be Pothos, and this one is neon. They come in different varieties. You can get like this one, which is like a lovely like neon green, yellow, acid yellow colour. It's really pretty. You can get variegated types or just like plain green or whatever, and they're just so easy. They'll grow anywhere. Low light situations they're really good in. They can handle them really well and they'll still like flourish in them areas. Watering, I barely water. I can't even remember the last time I watered this. I actually think I just watered it once when I first got it, and that was probably like 5 months ago, so that probably need a drink. But they don't even care, honestly. They really don't care. I remember one of my friends said to me once that they were in college and they literally like watered it with vodka and it wouldn't die, so they're literally indestructible, these plants. So yeah, this one's neon pothos. You can get lots of different varieties, so if you just Google search it'll come up. They're really common, you'll find them anywhere. Any plant shop should have this plant, or at least the normal green one with slight variegation. So yeah, anyway, just look how acid that is. It's really nice and pretty, really beautiful plant. So that's my first one for beginners. Okay, so my second plant for beginners would be the peace lily. And I know a lot of people have problems with this plant, and you're probably thinking, well, why have you put it on the list for beginners? The reason I've done that is because it will tell you when it needs a drink, and I've found that you will only get a few like yellow leaves here or there when you're over watering it. So what I do with this one is I'll water it when it needs it, when it goes all like limp and wilty, and I literally wait till every single leaf is wilting, not just like half or a few. I'll wait till the whole plant is wilting. I'll soak it, give it a good soak, and then within like the 24 hours, 48 hours, it's back to looking like this again. And get lots of flowers on it. The flowers are currently like fading out though. Don't worry if you buy the plant and then you think, oh, it's dying because the flowers are all turning brown. This is normal. It's just a flower. It will come back next year. If you give it the right conditions. It needs bright light in the summer to flower, I found. But don't like go and put these plants in like a really sunny spot, because they'll get burns on the leaves and they don't like it. So yeah, this one's really easy. Just literally wait until all the leaves have like sort of flopped over, and then I'll just give it a good drink and it's ready to go. There's no other care than that, literally. Apart from I'd probably say humidity. Likes a bit of humidity. Otherwise you tend to get brown edges, but mine is just in a normal place. It's not in my bathroom. Haven't got a humidifier by it, and it's just doing well, you know. So don't probably put it near like a drafty spot, but put it in a dark corner in your home and like mist it maybe a few times a week or something. Maybe once a day if you're anal about misting plants. I personally don't find that it actually does much, if I'm honest. I think it's better to focus on like the environment rather than just like one little plant, spraying it like for a few seconds, because then it was just going to evaporate straight away. If you want to add humidity, get a humidifier, but then you have to counterbalance that and with air circulation, so you want to be opening your windows quite often and stuff like that, because you'll get mould and other problems with high humidity. But yeah, apart from that, this is a really nice plant. Got big tropical leaves. Okay, so for my next plant, number 3, is the snake plant. This is Sansevieria, also known as mother-in-law's tongue. You can get it in lots of different varieties. You can get, I've got moonshine, also get like whale fin, which is like really big and much darker the colour than this one. Really pretty though. There's literally like hundreds of varieties. But I like this one because it holds my scissors, so I've been looking for them. Yeah, so I like this one because you can, just like the others, you can literally have it in a really, really dark place in your home and it'll be okay. I find that less water is definitely key with this plant. You don't want to be watering it too often because it will just die. So I've had this for about 4 months and I haven't watered it once. And it's still moist in there a little bit, but and I'm getting some new leaves here, look. Some new ones there, don't know how well you can see, you can probably see. I'm getting babies all over it, and soon this will get really, really tall. I picked this one because it's already quite big and it fills the space that I want it to, and I just love the big plants. I'd much rather have a big plant than I would a little plant and watch it grow. I'm just probably like quite impatient when it comes to plants. I don't like waiting around, and I'd just rather buy like the full plant and then I don't have to wait, you see. Because this can take a long time, like years and years and years. If you've got a little baby snake plant that's this big, it's going to take absolutely like probably like 10 years before, or 15 years even before it gets to this size. The same with this one. I suppose I could call this one number 4 now because I've just pointed it out. But this one is a ZZ plant. I can't really pronounce the actual botanical name of it, so I will, the Latin name, I'll put that below. And if you want to know how that's pronounced, just Google translate it. But basically, this is a great plant, just like this one, barely any water, because this one holds water in its rhizomes, and if you ever have this plant and you go to repot it, you'll see these big bulb things that kind of look like potatoes, and they're filled with water, and when you overwater it, they just rot basically, and they go all like, almost like a blister, like they'll swell up and just like explode, and it is not pretty, and it doesn't smell too great either. But yeah, very, very little water this one. This is literally a plant that you can just like neglect the hell out of basically. It's got beautiful glossy leaves, and this one's actually faster growing than this one I've found, and I'll get quite a fair few new leaves from it. But it's just such a great plant. You can have this anywhere in your home. I've even looked at people having it in an office with no windows, just like the office light, and it's been okay. Yeah, so there's plenty more varieties. If this one doesn't excite you, then there's the Raven, which has got black leaves. That's very, very pretty. But obviously you'll pay more for it because it's different. But they're really, really nice and definitely worth it if you're looking for easy plants and you don't want to kill things straight away, and you don't want things that are like really hard to look after straight away. Then these are your best friend. So there we go. That's snake plant Sansevieria and the ZZ plant. Okay, so final plant for beginners is a Chalasia. So this one is called Trio Star, and it's really pretty, really easy to care for. Doesn't require, I think this is the easiest Chalasia to care for, whereas like the Albifolia here, they're quite, they can be quite tricky for most people. But whereas like this one, I've just had sitting around for ages. I've got a bigger one over there behind the camera, but this one's easier to hold for you. Yeah, so this is really nice purple under the leaves. It's clump forming, so you can divide it into sections and make yourself some new plants if you really wanted to. It grows really well anywhere I've had it in my house. And I do have some dark corners in the house which some things struggle with, like my monsteras sometimes struggle in the winter when I've got them too far away, and I've always have to move them. So, but things like normally with Calatheas, they're just, I just found some of them really temperamental. They don't like to dry out. They like high humidity, and they like to be like they don't like too much light, because they'll start to like go like that with their leaves, and it's just basically protecting itself from UV rays, and this underside is darker, so it acts as a protection to from the sun basically, if it's not in the right place. So yeah, that's it really about this plant. This is really easy. Water it, keep it moist, quite forgiving. The only thing it doesn't like is dryness. That is literally it. All I do with this plant is I'll water it. Maybe I'll pick it up like this, like I do with all my plants. If it's light, I'll water it. If it's still got a bit of weight to it, then I'll wait. You can always stick your finger in the pot as well if you feel a bit of like cold wetness. That means that it's moist in there, so you'll probably just want to hold off maybe for checking up in another, well, if it's just a little bit moist, check maybe in a few days. But if it's wet, then obviously wait a week or even 2. In the winter, you're going to be wanting to water your plants a lot less, because there's less light. They're not growing as much, and it's kind of like a rest period. So they will need to water a lot less, otherwise you're going to come to problems with root rot and lots of fungus problems with your plant, fungal problems and diseases. So, and that's not what we don't want for our plants, do we? So basically, yeah, that's all I've got for today, guys. I hope you've learned at least something and you enjoy my new setup. Unfortunately, my microphone, it did arrive, but it's not working. I haven't got a clue how to do it. I needed like a new dongle thing for it, but that's not worked either, so I really don't know what to do. I'm gonna look into maybe some other, another microphone off eBay or somewhere like that. If anyone can recommend one, nice cheap one that does the job, I would love to know that. So yeah, thanks guys. You can subscribe here and keep updated for more. See you later guys, bye bye.